UNLV. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
You want to settle everybody in on the road. You want to take the nerves away. Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Smashes through. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Memphis now operating in the red zone. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dances away to buy time. Headed to the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Memphis! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He finds his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19th.
And the Rebels. Tell you what, when you come out with your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Off the play fake. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Going to try to pop one on the screen.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Smashes it between the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The throw. Got his man on the right. At the 45, on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in 1st downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here in a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready. You got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown UNLV! The defense, and they couldn't catch him. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on the 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
To the air on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. It's complete on the right side. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They keep attacking through the air. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Memphis. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their...
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Fires toward the target. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice game. Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires to the right. He makes a grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get to him. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Memphis. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Memphis 28, UNLV.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Pulled down for the tackle.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in the game, more or less in the first half.
He makes the connection. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. The aerial assault continues. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Looking for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Now on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tosses it incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletion.
Touchdown, UNLV! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, looking for a man. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down the right side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Release to the back. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but...
Lofts one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. He just missed the target on that one, gotta put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He's right on target.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Got his man on the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This Memphis offense going to work again on 1st down. They're going to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Illinois went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Illini ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Open runway ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Rebels!
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's reeled in. It's Carr. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
He's got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Holds it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll set up to throw. Buys a little time. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Looking to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll go right back to him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Dumps it to the back. This time on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
It's caught. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Try to get it on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football and hope it's still alive. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of... He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Firing to the right, complete. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
He's got it. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Got the back over the middle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
42 Spider, 4-2 Spider.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds.
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the picks, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Release to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Cummings. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Wilbur, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They want to just keep throwing it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone, and he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This time it's complete. Touchdown, Memphis! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
right back to the air on 2nd and 10. A shot toward the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build.